Welcome to the Shed Show. I'm Melissa, I'm your host, and I'm your small town faith filled esthetician. Here at the Shed Show, we like to chat about things like skinimalism, faith, and transformation. So if that's your cup of tea, hang around. Today, the topic of discussion is transformation. I mean, let's face it, who doesn't love a great transformation story, right? Also, it's what I literally do here at the Shed Spa. I like to take your brows from sparse to snatched and take your lashes from ho hum to flawless. The goal for me is to help you get to the point where you can roll out of the bed, throw up that hair into a cute little messy bun, throw on a jumpsuit, grab a cute bag, and you are good to go. You don't have to spend hours getting ready or doing a 14-step skincare routine. We're also living in a time of instant gratification. Those before and afters, those are what people love to see. What do you know about transformation, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. I've got some pictures I'm going to show you on the screen, and you can see some of my transformation story just from this year alone. This first picture is from 2025, and the most recent picture was this morning, right before I got ready for this video. So when I talk about transformation, it's coming from a place of experience. And just so you know, transformation never ends. For me, it keeps on going, and I'm constantly transforming. It's actually why I chose the name The Shed Spa, at least one of the reasons why I chose the name The Shed Spa, because it speaks to transformation. The actual word shed or shedding speaks to transforming and shedding into your new self. And honestly, it's become the undercurrent of my heart here at the Shed Spa. I love the transformation impact of brows and lashes and skin, but I also love transformation through means of education, discussion, and empowerment. Transformation is defined as a thorough, dramatic change in appearance or form. And I like to think of it a step further when I think about the fact that the outer transformation typically begins with an inner transformation. Now, I believe one of the first steps in transformation is self identity. And we won't go into all of the things that people identify as these days. That's definitely a topic for another show. The things that I use to identify myself is I'm a Caucasian female. I live in the southern United States of America. Go a little bit further, and I love my dogs. I love my friends. I love social gatherings, and I love helping people feel relaxed and beautiful. But the most important distinction about me and my identity is that it's found in Jesus Christ. That's right. I'm a Christian, and that may not be what you believe, but listen, don't tune me out just yet. We're all human and we all have common threads that run through our lives, especially as women. We can relate on so many levels. But being a Christian, it just means that I've entrusted my life and my eternity to Jesus Christ. He is where I start and end everything. Plain and simple, He changed my life. When I began to trust Him, listen to Him, and put biblical practices into my life changed for the better. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away, and behold, the new has come." 2 Corinthians 3:18, "And we all, with unveiled face, beholding the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another. For this comes from the Lord who is the Spirit." Now, what these verses tell me is that my life shouldn't end the way that it began. I should look different from when I started to current day as I walk through life as a Christian, especially as someone that is working in the beauty industry, that there should be a notable difference in the way I started versus how I've ended up. Now, does this mean we instantly transform the moment that we trust in Jesus? Sometimes, but not always. The transformation that I'm talking about kind of comes in layers. So think about it in terms of like an onion. God will strip away one layer at a time. He won't expose all of it at once because we couldn't handle that. He shows us little by little the areas that we need to address. And He's so good. In the Christian walk, it really is more about progress over perfection. In fact, our pastor, Jason Creech, likes to teach God isn't mad at you, he's mad about you. And I love that. I really believe that to be true. Transformation, especially when it uncovers a sense of peace and it helps you identify your purpose. I mean, that's a win win, in my opinion. Now, you may say, Melissa, I'm happy just the way that I am. And to that, I would ask, you want to stay the way you are right now forever and ever? I mean, there's not one thing you would change. If your answer is yes, maybe you're a little more on board for this transformation thing than you realize. Segue alert. As we walk with the Lord and we find transformation after transformation, it's really not unlike what I do right here in the Shed Spa every day. More specifically, chemical peels. Now, hear me out. Don't tune me out just yet. These chemical peels that I'm talking to you about are not the chemical peels that your mama used, okay? They are not the kind that get you locked away in a dark room for a month while your, alligator skin falls off. The peels that I administer come in a series and are packaged in 4 to 6 series or visits. Those are administered weekly and the results are jaw dropping. I'm going to drop some photos, some before and after photos of peel series with the brand that I use, SkinScript. Now, chemical peels today come in many formulations and strengths. They address everything from hyperpigmentation to melasma to acne scarring to acne in general, fine lines and wrinkles, and dull, tired looking skin. Chemical peels of today just simply remove layers and layers of dead skin cells, and it just uncovers that youthful new skin underneath. There can be downtime with the chemical peels of today, but nothing nearly like what we used to see years ago. Now, there are some things to consider if you're thinking about or preparing to get a chemical peel. You will want to discontinue the use of any over the counter retinoids, any prescription antibiotics, or steroids for at least 1 to 2 weeks prior to getting your first peel. You'll want to avoid sun exposure before and after your chemical peel, and you'll need to apply SPF about every 2 hours afterward. You definitely don't want to schedule a peel if you've got a trip to Mexico coming up in the coming weeks. Exercise, saunas, hot tubs, steam rooms, things of that nature will be off limits for about 3 days. Swimming too. You will not want to wear any makeup for at least 24 hours after you've had your peel. Picking, pulling at the skin, and direct sun exposure should be avoided altogether for about 7 to 10 days. That's about how long it takes the skin to heal. As pigment rises to the surface of the skin, discoloration is something that we see, and that should flake off and it will not be noticeable after the skin has healed. I have a complete pre and post chemical peel protocol sheet that I can send you. If you want to drop the comment peel into the comments, I can send that to you. If you want maximum results, there are a full line of complete skincare line that you can use that will maximize results of your chemical peel if you will follow this regimen 7 days before and 7 days after. So what resonated with you today? Did you get something out of this? Can you see your own transformation throughout the course of your life? Are there areas that you would like to transform? What about your faith walk? Do you see others that you feel like maybe are a little farther along than you and think, well, I'd like to be a little more like that person in my faith walk? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Or you've got this inner stuff on lockdown and you want to do some outer transformation. You want to get those snatched brows I was talking about or those flawless lashes. Maybe you want to explore chemical peels. Listen, you can look at everything that I offer on my website, theshedspa.com. Everything there will tell you all about and goes in detail about my services. Maybe you just want a consultation. I have a contact us page on the website. You can certainly reach out to me there, and you can also find me on all the socials. As we wrap up, I just want to ask, is there anything I can be praying for you about? If there is, drop it in the comments. I would love to be praying for you. Love you guys. I'll see you next week on episode 3 of The Shed Show.